Hello, Alex Mitchell here from the podcast that you are about to listen to. Thank you so much for that. If you'd like to get in contact with us, we would absolutely love to hear from you. You can send us any queries you've got, any questions you'd love us to answer, any advice you might need, send us some situations, anything at all. Please get in contact. Send us a message on Instagram at queersonpodcast, or you can email us. We are queersonpod@gmail.com. Thank you so much for listening. Enjoy the episode. Hello and welcome back to the Queers On podcast. Today we are joined by the fantastic and amazing comedian on the circuit. She's absolutely incredible. She's back with a brand new show. It's Hannah Platt.
Hey, hi.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank
you. We're very happy to have you. No. When we start on this podcast, now we've been going for a few episodes, and so we're still discovering format points because we're not very professional. So we've now decided that when we have a guest, we're going to start with the simple question of where are you and what are you drinking?
Okay. I am in Manchester.
Nice.
And I'm drinking coffee because it's
excellent
3 minutes past 12 in the afternoon.
Nice, solid. Is it a particular type of coffee? Are you always the same, or?
It's black coffee, but it's instant. Morrison's own. I'm not brand loyal.
Solid.
I'll drink as long as it just like tastes variously like anything. You can just sit. It's just. Yeah, any kind of water that's mixed with any kind of shit.
Great, excellent.
What I love about that is you were like, I'm drinking coffee because it's 2 minutes past 12, as if that's the time to drink coffee.
This is like the morning, aren't you comedians?
Yeah, this is comedians' morning, Hollie. Like we're still, that's where we're at.
I haven't gigged for a couple of weeks.
Hannah, or?
I also mean that, like, not as in, like, oh my god, it's so early. Like, that's not what I mean. I was drinking it because I wasn't drinking anything more exciting. Because it's not, like, an evening. It's not applicable. It wasn't like I was like, guys, like, I need to keep my sunglasses on because it's so early.
It would be a wonderful start to the podcast if the guest came on and went, it's 12 o'clock, I'm on neat vodka. Like, that would be a real window into your life. Like,
it's not going that bad.
Nice. Good, I'm glad to hear it. It's always nice. And then second question we ask came about from a recent episode where I was accused of being quite weird because I suggested... Hold
on. Let me ask the question first and then we'll do the
explanation. Fine, I'll ask the question.
Right, Hannah,
ask the question, go
on. Are you familiar with Flick from A Bug's Life?
I've seen A Bug's Life, but I don't know which one that is.
He's the head guy, he's the big ant, the main ant.
The blue guy.
Yeah, the main.
Yeah.
I'll show you a picture of him. This is... There
you go.
Why are we doing like Smash or Pass?
Yes, arguably worse.
Do you think? How do you think that Flick identifies sexual?
What is the sexual orientation of that fictional ant?
Well, doesn't he fancy the purple one?
Right, let's take...
That's true, actually.
Let's take the context. No, hold on, Alex. Right, because
he does fancy the purple one.
You have not taken that context in any of the other characters that we discussed.
Oh, yeah, that's true, actually. That's true. We did an episode where I said I feel like the moment I realised I was homosexual was when I watched The Lion King for the first time and I saw Mufasa. Because I think Mufasa... Yes!
I'm not like, I don't agree. It's more that I'm like, I feel like, isn't that usual that everyone's like sexual awakening is usually like a child? Like,
thank you very much. Hollie, you're the weird one.
Not a child.
Not a child.
Edit that there. It'd be like, everyone's sexual awakening is a child.
I'm going to call that.
It's always like a children's thing though, because you're watching... Yeah. That's what you're watching when you're a kid. So you see
100%.
Those things and you're like, that's interesting.
But is it usually a human?
Hollie, as a queer AFAB person, have you not seen Shark Tale and thought fish is not a bit of that?
Angelina Jolie as a fish?
Yeah.
Like, come on, you can't.
I
not...
don't even like femme women normally, but that's she's
This
not a
is
woman,
excellent.
she's a fish.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, she is pretty.
It took one guest for your whole plan to get me completely like cancelled. It took one guest for that plan to fail, and I'm so happy about it. So happy about it.
And then Hannah's convinced me that I fancy a fish.
You fancy a fish.
My
I fancy a
word,
lion.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
This
has been the Quiz on Podcast. See you later.
I'm trying to get everyone to want to fuck fish so I don't feel like a weirdo.
Yeah. Okay. I do.
Yeah,
I see
okay.
that. I see that. But then I think that's more okay because a fish isn't really fuckable. Like, I feel like a lion.
I'm so sorry. You're saying it's more okay to fancy a fish than a lion because it's not fuckable. Is that what you're all saying?
Yeah.
Also, it's an animation, so you're saying like, oh, in practice I can't fuck that fish. Alex isn't fucking the lion.
Right.
I couldn't do it. I've tried.
Right.
No.
Right, Hannah's got no loyalty on this podcast whatsoever because I'm pretty sure that we are much better friends than her and Alex are, and she's just gone straight for me.
We've never met.
We've never met. We've never met. I just know good logic when I see it.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you very much.
I'll take a step back.
Also, I would just like to point out we did the record of that one where I mentioned that thing about Mufasa a little bit earlier, and then about 5 minutes ago I realised that this was behind me the whole time.
Oh,
this is a VHS copy of The Lion King. It's incredible.
Alex,
that can stay there as my good luck charm.
Alex, why is that an 18+ Lion King?
Yeah, it's that. I was trying to come up with a pun about Pride Rock. I couldn't do it. I was trying to.
So, flick.
We can't go back to it.
He's an ant. That's worse.
Yeah. Not fuckable.
If your issue is what's fuckable and what's not, fish is above ant.
That's true.
Yeah.
100%.
I feel like I'd really feel for someone who had a sexual attraction towards ants, because that can never happen, you know.
It's never going to work out. Yeah, it's true. It's sad. They're going to be alone forever.
Hold on. Right. Hold on. Would it happen with a fish?
It feels like, I mean, like, I'm trying to... I've never seen these images in my head before.
I'm glad we can be here for it.
I didn't think we could ever get an episode that topped the last one. No. This is it. I am the happiest I've ever been doing this podcast. This is work for me. How fucking great's that?
We're 8 minutes in. We're 8 minutes in.
This is amazing.
Right, so what you're saying is you feel sorry for people that are attracted to ants, because that would never happen.
It can't... The physicality of it can't be done.
I'm with Hannah on this.
I think morally as well. Man. It's not sad.
We're sticking all that aside.
Okay.
Yeah, don't bring morals into it. That's boring.
Hollie, don't do that. B movie.
I haven't.
We could have done a full episode on that film. You should. It's incredible.
Oh, really?
Oh, it's one of the greatest pieces of cinema of all time.
Is there a sexy bee?
No, a bee has a sexual relationship with a woman. I mean, we assume it's sexual. Come on.
But the bee is Jerry Seinfeld.
And that is a big point. That is a big point. The bee at one point is practicing how to talk to the woman, and he says, like, he's going, oh, how will I start the conversation? And one of the lines he says is, do you like jazz?
Whilst leaning.
Whilst leaning, yeah. He's fully like...
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
It's great. But then it turns out that the film is the bees sue the human race, and Jerry Seinfeld becomes like a lawyer, and it's what a film.
It's gripping, man. It's gripping stuff.
Right. Okay. I need to watch this film.
It's incredible. I believe they sue the human race because the human race have given bears the credit for honey rather than bees.
And also that they're just using their honey without asking.
Yeah, it's a long thought out thriller on the topic of consent.
It's a thriller.
Really is, it is. Yeah.
Right. Listen, we must get back to Flick. Right, and we need an answer. We need an answer for Flick.
Well, like I said, that like he/they fancies the purple one.
Yeah. So,
and I'm assuming, I mean, yeah, the purple one, they.
Yeah, okay, absolutely. I mean, absolutely fair enough. Flick is probably straight, potentially bisexual. That's the moral of the story. Whereas the big old caterpillar, in that film, gay as hell.
Oh,
gay. So gay. Right? Yeah, cool. Right.
Oh,
That's what we should have led with. Fuck Flick. No, not literally. It's impossible. He's nan. We've covered that.
We feel bad for you.
Yeah, we feel bad for you. We're sorry for you.
I don't feel bad.
It can never happen. I'm sorry. So, right, the main reason you're here, and the very exciting reason you're here, is because you've got a string of shows coming up with your new show, Defense Mechanism, which is very exciting. Are you looking forward to it? You're going on tour, essentially. Are you looking forward to it? Are you excited?
Yeah, I'm really excited because it was my first show. It was my first hour, and I did it in Edinburgh, and I really liked my show, and I was really dead excited to do it. And I just kind of did it being like, well, I like it, so if anyone else likes it, that's a bonus. And it got received really well. But in the way that I was like, I wish I'd done more with that. Because I was just doing it being like, I love this, and I hope people come and see it, and I hope if anyone sees it, they like it and tell their friends. And it did really well, so then I was like, what am I going to do with it now? I don't just want to chuck it in the bin. So then I'm going to just go to a few of like my favourite places and London.
Amazing, that's great. And I think and London.
Amazing.
Yeah, we've all got to do it. No, that's really, really, really cool. And I think it's always helpful when you like it, when you like the show. Like that's always going to be a helpful thing, isn't it? Can you give us a brief overview? What is the show? What is the show about, basically?
So, like, my elevator pitch for the show, because I was telling Holly that when you do your first hour, people are gonna constantly ask you, "What is the show about?" And you can't say it's just funny, because you know what everyone's show is.
I know. I've got the same thing at the minute. I had my first Edinburgh this summer as well, and I'm about to go on like a mini tour with it as well.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to know what it's about, and they're expecting some deep, beautiful answer, and I'm like, no, it's paying the bills for me. That's what it's doing.
Have I got the show for you? I started writing my show because, like, when I've been doing comedy and, like, as a general person, my outlook on the world is quite dark and, like, I'm quite, like, in my head, I'm a miserable old man, right? That's
okay.
That's who I am. I find it very...
Which is reasonable.
I find it very confusing when I look in the mirror and there's, like, a small woman. I'm like, that's not...
Okay, cool.
When I found out I had something called body dysmorphia, which, I don't want to be all tiny violin about it. It's a burden to be beautiful and not know it. But it kind of made me reassess how I looked at the world, because I always thought that, like, everything was so grim and I was very, like, a curmudgeon, that I was like, well, if my view of myself is wrong, then maybe my view of the world is wrong. So it's just kind of me unpicking the learnt things that I have about, like, my family and about gender and about sexuality and stuff like that. And that's...
nice.
But also, was I right in the first place?
It's funny. That's what we need to know.
It's very good. It's very good.
Oh, thank you. Ollie's seen it Too many times.
2 minutes. That is a fair point, because I was going to say 2 minutes, and I don't mean that in a bad way. It's just that I've seen it more than my own show, which is
that's fun though.
My tech in Edinburgh, their boyfriend came to see it quite a lot because, you know, they were hanging out with their partner. And they kept posting being like, I've seen this show 20 times. And I was like, you need to specify that you are dating my tech. You can't be like...
Also, I'm watching it 20 times because it's that good. You know what I mean? Like,
it's more that, like, you're a very tall, scary-looking man. People are going to be like, is Hannah safe?
So I had a similar thing in Edinburgh because my sister lives in Edinburgh, and she was my team. That's what we had. She did everything for me. Her and her boyfriend did everything for me. But it meant that her and her boyfriend were at all of my shows, right? All 28 shows, whatever it was in the end, which is ridiculous, isn't it? But her boyfriend, again, is like 7 foot tall, massive beard, and deep Irish accent. And for all the English people coming to my show, they were shitting themselves. Which was a lot of fun for me. Like,
I really enjoyed that because I don't know if you had this doing your first show. You don't really, like, you kind of get a sense of what the people who like you are like from, like, online stuff and that. But when, like, you have a room to yourself every day and the people who are coming are just there to see you, it's really funny to see the type of people that like it.
Yes. Yeah.
And especially, you'll sometimes get in your head, like, oh, I think that this is the type of people that like me. And then, like you say, when there's, like, a big, scary Irish bloke coming to see you, the rest of the audience are like, they're not one of us.
Do you know, that is really good, because, like, my audience changed a lot last year because Edinburgh was right after Britain's Got Talent finished.
Yeah.
And so I had people who'd seen me before Britain's Got Talent who were like, yeah, we'll come see this guy. And then people who come in obviously afterwards thinking, we're going to get the Britain's Got Talent, lovely, happy, friendly guy. And I was like, no, let's do 10 minutes on why I hate myself. Like, and everyone was there just like, what? I had people trying to bring in their kids to the show. They were like trying to bring in like 9 and 10-year-olds. And I was like, guys, this ain't the show for them. Like, you can't, like...
He's been on telly. No.
Yeah, that's pretty much. And been on a funny little TV show for all the family, and it's like, no, this really, you know, that this isn't the show for you guys. It was a very sort of strange thing. But again, you had like people like that come in, and then people who had like seen me before, and then you had people who were like, what I love about the Fringe, you do just get people who just turn up and go, I'm just going to take a chance on these shows. So then you get all those random people who turn up as well. And so, the dynamics are funny. The dynamics
that was my idea as well. That like I wanted to call the show something a bit wanky. So like defense, it is about like the show's about defense mechanisms, but I wanted to call it something a little bit wanky, so it would put off people who were like, you know, they're like 3 pints deep and they're like, that looks like a laugh, and especially being like, oh, like if it says on the back, like if they find out that I'm from Liverpool or something, they might be expecting like a certain type of comedy. Or just being like, oh, she's done tour support for this person, they're a laugh, you know what I mean? So it's got a wanky title, and it's got me bleeding on the poster.
Such a good poster. So good.
No wonder you're selling in London. Like, you've got the wanky title. You've got those London Art Centre types who are going to come along and love that show, and then you're going to do the gigs you want to do.
Alex, those people have money.
That's very true, actually. That's very true. Yeah. Yeah, because there is a difference between gigging up north and gigging down in London. There is a huge difference in like
massive.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's not so much like the geographical location. I think it's just more like the venue, like the type.
Yeah, 100%.
Because you know, it's like it's the same as if like you're going to a bar. There's certain bars that I would be like, oh, I'm not going to have, like, a nice time there because the clientele are going to be, like, scared, you know, like, guys who wouldn't come to our show.
Yeah. I know what you mean by that. Yeah. Fair enough.
So I kind of feel like that, where it's like, you know, there's still, like, places in London that would be, like, not a venue for me, or, like, wouldn't want wanky, artsy stuff in the same way that, like, in Liverpool or in Manchester, where I live now, it'll be, you know, there'll be arts venues and like your queer gigs and stuff like that, where it's like, oh, they want what I've got.
Yeah, we were saying not that long ago that we recently both got booked, me and Holly, to do like this night that was like it's all queer comics and stuff, and that was the whole angle. And we were saying like the audience for that is so much different than what you'd expect it to be, because it's people who come along like, you know, supporting the gays, rather than we're gonna go out and have a good laugh tonight. Like it feels like it's those things are much harder work. Like
queer audiences are terrified. Scared. I feel like
that's true.
Working a queer audience is like the kind of dynamic that you've got to use. For me, it feels like when I've got to do like a rowdy gig where I've got to convince them that I'm good, in the same way that like for a queer audience, I've got to convince them that I'm good to feel comfortable to laugh. Like,
yeah,
I'm not gonna, like, this is fine. Come on.
You really have to coax them, yeah.
And I quite liked that as well, like in Edinburgh, especially because it was like I say, like you're the same show every day, but then the people who come, they might come for different reasons. Like for yours, they might be coming because you were on Britain's Got Talent, and then for me, it'll be people who like, oh, they've not heard of me, but then I got like a good review in a lesbian magazine, so then suddenly I would have days of lesbian couples clutching each other like this while they're watching a show about my life, because they don't want to let each other go. Crazy. I remember I got reviewed by and I was like, I don't want to stereotype that's the reviewer, but if I'm stereotyping, I think that's the reviewer. And she was just like sat on her girlfriend's lap the whole show, and I was like, I'm gonna get a shit review because they're like
nothing,
holding each other, and I was like, is this bad? And then I got like 5 stars, and it was glowing, and I was like, this is how you enjoy media.
What if you ever want the worst experience for that? I'm quite open about. I talk a lot about being on the autistic spectrum, and my show has a fair bit about that. And I got reviewed by the Neurodiverse Review. Did you? Yeah. If you ever want a reviewer to come in and you not have a fucking clue what they're thinking, get an autistic bloke in, because he sat there the whole time, steely the whole time, like the eyes of a war veteran. Like it was absolutely. I was like, this is awful. This could be dreadful. And it came out. It was like the best review I had. I was like, this is fucking great. It gave me nothing in the room, but like, it's
I'm not a reviewer, as you might know, but I can actually really relate to that, because like I'm a massive James Acaster fan, and last night I went to go see his Heckler's Welcome on tour, and then I watched it last night on Sky or whatever it is, and I loved it, but like the whole time I was just like barely laughing, and then my partner said to me like, are you actually enjoying this? And I was like, yeah, it's really funny. But sometimes I just don't, like, I can be really enjoying something and just not laugh out loud at it, but then as a comedian that is difficult.
Was it when you were watching it at home that you weren't laughing?
Yeah in person.
There is a difference from when you're like watching something live. It's almost like there's a performance that the audience have to do as well.
I agree.
Like, we're loving, like, we're on your wavelength. Like,
I think there's that thing.
So many people that like if you think it's going bad in the room, never say it, because the amount of times that like I've been watching as well, I've watched people being like, this is amazing, I love this so much, and then they've been like, do you guys hate me? And I'm like, no, am I responding wrong? So then suddenly you're like, have I got to up my audience game? Have I got to suddenly be like
it puts your audience under pressure. 100%. I think as well there's that thing as well, like when you're watching like comedy at home or live performance at home compared to going and seeing it live. Like if you buy a ticket and go see it live, you're like, I have come here to laugh. Whereas if you go to like if there's a free show or whatever, or like a charity show sometimes, or if you're watching at home, people tend to go like, make me laugh. That's a very different dynamic to kind of get right. There's a lot more pressure on one than there is the other, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess it's because like the stakes are lower, isn't it? If you're just watching something on like Reels or YouTube or something like that, if you don't like it, you can just literally click off, and it's not, you've wasted 20 seconds and it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
We're paying £15 and we're going to see this and we've got to go outside and all of this. Got to go outside.
Oh yeah, that's the big one. Got to leave my home. What? Like, awful. Yeah, big no. So yeah, your show has a lot about body dysmorphia in it. For those people who maybe have sort of heard of it but don't know very much about it, or for those people who may never have heard of it, like, how does that sort of represent itself for you?
So I would say that it's just when your appearance in your head doesn't match what other people see. So like mine will manifest itself in a way where it's just my face, and sometimes it will be fine. Like it can be like, oh, I can feel neutral about the way I look. But sometimes it will be like I will look the same minute to minute that no one else would notice, but suddenly I'll fixate on certain areas of my face where it will feel like in isolation that looks insane, but together as a face it might look okay and cohesive, but to me I can only see each individual part. You know, when suddenly you'll see like a picture of yourself and you might go, oh my god, one of my eyes is so much bigger than the other, like has that been my face forever? It's like that, but like all of the time.
Okay.
That's so interesting.
I mean, not cool. Sorry, that was a terrible. Oh, so sorry, that was awful. Yeah, that's it, man. Wow. rock and roll, dude. Like, you do you. Like, that's awful. That's why I'm not an interviewer. No, it's a really interesting, like, to hear your take on it, because we are hearing more people talk about it. But I guess it's a similar thing where sort of everyone's experience of it is different. But it's just really interesting to hear your take on it. And obviously you're turning it, or trying to turn it, into something really funny. Not body dysmorphia itself, but you're trying to use it to create something really funny. And that's that's really interesting. I guess, like, has this show actually sort of, writing the show, filming the show, has that sort of helped you with it, with your sort of understanding of it? Has it helped you sort of come to terms with it, or is it very much just like, I'm just going out there and talking about it?
I think I got humour from it because it's such like a weird juxtaposition, isn't it? That to be like, I don't like the way I look, and sometimes it can affect me so much where I don't want to be perceived, ever. And it's blocked out parts of my life where I can notice. There's big chunks of my life where I won't have anyone see me because I'm like, oh, like, you know, like Notre Dame, like the Hunchback of Notre Dame. No one will see me. I need to be in my tower. That's what it feels like. So then to be like, I'm going on stage, and I point it out in the show where it's like, I've drawn the most attention I can to myself right now. I've been like, I don't like this, but at the same time, I've put like a big light on me. Everyone's facing me. Everyone's looking at me. If people don't look at me, that's rude. Like,
yeah.
It's just this weird thing, and also because it is such a visual thing, it's almost like you can. I just asked the audience in a bit like, do you agree with this? Do you think? What do you?
That's a great selling point for the show. Just at the end, what do you think?
Yeah.
Thoughts?
I hope rests in your hands.
Whether I go home or not happy tonight, that's up to you.
Yeah. I mean, isn't that every show?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is very true, actually. Yeah. And I mean, I get that wholeheartedly. I think there are lots of comedians who are like that, who have that sort of. I mean, I talk about it from a perspective of being autistic. Like, I can't put myself in other people's shoes. So one of my biggest fears is how other people see me and perceive me, because I don't know how they do it. So I often spend an hour show stood there for an hour going, they hate my guts. Like, they could be doing anything. I'll be like, they wish I were dead. Like, is often how I go. And then I come off stage and someone has to literally say, oh, that was really good, for me to go, oh, maybe it was okay. Like, you know what I mean? Like, which is obviously not a good advertisement for the show. If you're going to come see me live, you don't have to come up to me afterwards and go, you were good, don't harm yourself. Like, you don't have to do that. Like, I mean, I'd appreciate it, but you don't have to do it. Like,
I think there is, like, you get this thing from it, though, don't you? Like, I've definitely, and I'm sure Holly has as well, like, we've all experienced small parts of that. Like, it is relatable. And I think it's in the same way that, like, talking about body dysmorphia, it might affect me more than it does, like, certain members of my audience, but I think everyone at some point has felt unattractive or unsatisfied with the way they look. So it's like you just take that and you're making it like relatable to everyone. You're like, when you feel like this, isn't that shit? Like, let's talk about that. Why does it matter? Why does it matter if we look hot? I'm just going to Morrison's, Like...
Do you ever get it though when you're trying out new stuff and you go, I'm going to do this bit which I think is really relatable, and then everyone looks at you like, what the hell? Like,
oh my god, yeah.
I did a bit recently where I was just chatting, and at one point, I was like, oh, so recently, I was eating super noodles and crying, and just the whole audience looked back at me, and I was like, oh, okay, sorry guys.
Like, that's how you add flavour into the super noodles.
Yeah, right? Exactly. I like it a little salty,
Oh my god.
So, I think this is a killer observation, and every time I've tried it, people have gone,
I'm so excited for this. What is she going to say?
Just for the audio medium, Hannah just pulled a face I have never seen before. That's what that was.
I'm trying to and I'm still working on it. There's still part of me that's like, I'm not letting this bit go. I reckon this is a killer observation, but people just go, we don't agree with you. Because I really like fashion, and I think that's a big part of body dysmorphia. I hated drawing attention to the way that I looked, or I felt like I was really not in control of the way I looked. But for me, putting on clothes and stuff like that was a way to control the way I looked or how I present myself, right? So I really pay attention to what other people are wearing, because I find it really interesting how people have decided to present themselves. And I find that posh people dress like shit on purpose to kind of be like, look, we got no money.
Yeah,
We're
I
dressed
get
like
that.
shit. Because I feel like working class people try and dress a bit more no, we've got it together. We're presentable. Whereas I'll see posh people being like, you wouldn't be seen dead outside like that. And I'm like, I reckon that observation, one day I will write a joke about it, and that will be my man draw.
It's like they're trying to prove they're relatable. We could be like you guys, but they look worse than us guys.
I do agree with you. So the way that I kind of see that is what something that I've noticed is people who have money, they won't wear designer clothes that you will see as designer clothes. So they'd wear something, but it wouldn't have a label on it. Whereas someone else who maybe has less money would potentially buy something that has a very obvious designer label on it, but that might be something that they've worked really, really hard for. Is that the kind of...
Yeah, so you want to show off that it cost a lot?
Yeah.
Because it took you ages to buy it?
Yeah. Is that the angle that you're...
We're workshopping it, Hollie. It's not funny yet, but one day.
We'll get there.
I get what you're saying, but...
In 2044, this is going to be a banging bit.
Yeah.
I'm from this old market town where you can literally... They still have a market every Sunday, and you can buy, a courgette next to a fake designer label. That is... And if you get the fake designer label, someone's doing well for themselves. That is the... that's the sort of level it's at.
Yeah, this is, a thing about me that, is probably not... It doesn't in keep with the rest of who I am, but I love a fake designer bag.
Amazing.
I love it so much, because, I don't care about, designers, the names and stuff like that, but, I love the design of it, and so, seeing it for, a tenner, on a towel.
Yeah. There's something quite, on a towel as well, there's something, quite ballsy about that as well. Because it's so obvious that,
and then when, the police come, they're like... It just gets me. I went to... I've never been to Italy before, and I went to Naples last year with my pal, and they were selling loads of fake designer bags, and they were on towels on cobbled streets and stuff like that. And I was like, I'm gonna buy a fake designer bag. And I went there, and the guy was like, £7,000. And I was like, I know that this isn't. It's because I think it was because I wasn't Italian. that he was like, oh, she's an idiot, like.
Which,
but I don't
granted, the image English people are painting for ourselves, that's a reasonable observation. Like,
£7,000. Pounds.
Well, like, whatever, you know, like, euro, like, it was...
It would be incredible if he was working out the exchange rate as well.
Yeah.
You're like, this guy's good, man. He's got, like, quick math skills as well. Like...
You know what I mean, though? He was selling it, trying to be like...
It's a designer. Yeah.
And I was like, well, I don't think... This isn't a real Chanel store. We're in a... I'm not...
It's on a towel. Like...
What is it?
What? I've not been to like a boutique and been like, ooh, and they have this outside area. Like...
It's next to the bin.
Yeah, it's next to the bin. You're like on the phone while we're doing this. Like.
I love the absolute gall of the audacity of it though. Like I just respect that guy so much, because just the balls to just be like, this is so clearly not real. It's so clearly fake. This whole business is not above board. But yeah, I'm gonna go £7,000 to any English person. You just gotta respect it, haven't you? Like, it's incredible. Like,
this really reminds me of when I was in school. I had a friend that was like a compulsive liar, but I didn't know it at the time. And it's only as I've grown up that I've been like, you were talking so much shit all the time. And she went away on holiday to Egypt, and she came back with these 2 designer bags. And she gave me one, and I was walking around school like, oh yeah, my friend bought me a designer bag from Egypt, and everyone was like, that is fake, and I was like, no, it's not. And I would defend this bag to my death. But then after like 2 years, after like, well, probably not even 2 years, maybe 2 months, it literally just snapped. It just snapped. God. And I was like, yeah, it's just, like,
because Egypt is famously the design capital of the world.
Yeah,
it's like Paris, Rome, Cairo. They're the big 3. Yeah. So yeah, it's been absolutely amazing chatting to you. Where can people get tickets to see your show? Where do people need to look to find you?
Oh, so if you go on my Instagram, right.
Your management are going to be furious. Let's go for this.
Management? What are we talking about? It's me with like a different hat on.
You're the Italian guy with the bags on the towel.
Hold on. You know what I'm going to bring up now, Hannah, right?
Oh no! Why did I say the word hat?
You nearly got away with that. Right, I just need to get this on record. Right, when Hannah went to the Fringe, she bought a hat to show people that she was gay, right? Because
I was like, no one's hating on me because they don't know I'm gay. So
you bought a hat.
Right, here's something.
And everyone will know.
Here's something to know about Hannah, and you might not be able to tell if you haven't seen her in real life, but like, just something isn't gay about her. But then, like
we're always really lovely to our guests.
Right, I've said this to her face before, but like, it's almost like I wasn't surprised, but I was also like, you know what I mean? It was just a bit of a shock, right? It was a bit of a shock, but then part of me was like, oh yeah, that's not a surprise. Anyway, the point is, right, I don't want to offend you anyway. So the point is...
Oh, don't worry, you've done that already. It's not...
I did say...
Oh, go and fuck a fish, Hollie.
Look, right, I'm digging a hole, but let's get back to Hannah. At Fringe, she bought a hat, right? But then she just looked like a straight person in a hat.
I was just like, well, I was like, this will be the signifier, because like, and also my show is so gay, and like, so I was like, well, but people in the street, no, people aren't hitting on me in the street. I've got to signify the way, like, and also the thing that fucks me off as well is that like, gay fashion is so shit. Like, I don't want to wear rainbows. Rainbows are ugly. I don't want to have to have rainbow shoelaces.
Yeah.
No offense if you wear rainbow shoelaces, but you know what you're
Offense.
Yeah,
Full offense.
I don't want to look like M&S in the middle of Pride Month. That's not what I want to look like, right? So I'm not going to wear the rainbows.
Hey, if you love Lucy and Yak.
That was neat.
Good for you guys.
Well done. If you love Lucy and Yak, you do that. You spend £70 on a jumpsuit that makes you look like a supply art teacher. You do that.
Yeah.
Such a niche reference from one of Britain's greatest observational comics.
So niche.
So good. Like, we are...
This is a queer podcast. Everyone who's listening knows who Lucy and Yak is.
It was the fact you went, earlier on, we were like, you do research as the podcast, you listen to guests, you get sent a load of things over, or you do some research, and everything you read about, all the reviews you've ever had, like, such, like, wonderful observations, things like that, and in the course of this podcast, you have referenced buying design, you've referenced poor people dressing like shit, which no one understood.
Poor people dressing like shit.
Sorry.
Poor people don't dress like
Oh, God, that's important. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus.
Don't get me
Jesus! That's not... Fuck, shit, sorry. Apologies.
You're gonna get me cancelled for spitting on Lucy and Yak.
Staying on Lucy and Yak and fucking a fish. That's where you'd want to go, surely. Like, or attempting to fuck an ant. Like, surely one of the...
Oh, God.
B-movie 2, this time it's ants.
It's amazing. Still Jerry Seinfeld though.
Yeah.
Still him. He voices.
Hat, so you know.
I think
It's Jerry Seinfeld and you in a hat. That's the film. That's it.
So I really struggled with this, right? When I first came out, because I really wanted to show people as well. Like, I know that I've laughed at you about this a few times, but
I kept pointing and laughing.
it is funny, right? It is just funny because she said it in just the most innocent way, and there was like six.
Was there anything on the hat?
No, it was just a plain hat, Alex. Plain hat.
It was just a hat. Like...
Well, I was just like, this will be a signifier. I don't want to wear a rainbow hat. I don't want to wear like Butch Bait on a hat, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to do that. So I was like, wear a hat. That'll look. It just looked like it. And also, I don't think even if like the gay community saw that as she's one of us now, they didn't give a shit. It didn't change anything.
No. Maybe the hat was never the problem.
Well, what do I do? I'm not saying it.
I think it's an aura, right? This is what I get, because I'm less like femme presenting now. I don't know what people's opinions are on that. Have what you will. But I used to be very, very, very feminine, and I really struggled with like, I want to show it off, but I don't know how, and I didn't want to do the rainbow thing because I found that horrendous. And I think what I realised over time, like, there are really subtle things, like a lot of rings and like nose piercings and like just little things. But
wear metal.
I think it's like jewellery is a big one, but I think it's an aura. I can't explain that. And you do have the aura. That's what, like, that's the thing. I wasn't surprised, totally surprised. Look, Hannah, right? The hat thing I love it so much because you weren't there, Alex, right? But there was like 6 of us, and it was a bit of a weird gig, wasn't it, that we were at, and
oh yeah,
it was very quiet, and everyone was just kind of sat around. And then
it wasn't in Edinburgh, by the way. The show did great. This was a gig afterwards in Sheffield.
Oh, fair play.
I don't even know where it came from, but Hannah was just like, yeah, I bought a hat when I was in Edinburgh, and it was just to show people that I was gay, and we were like, why? Like, why? And then she showed us.
Like, I'm gonna have something.
This
is just a hat. Like, you just look
also,
like you're
like,
in a hat.
People listening to this are going to be like, what a weird start to a conversation. But then we're here like, no, that's every green room we've ever been in.
Yeah.
Like, it is just the most batshit conversation. Anyone just brings up I was in a green room the other day with Harriet Dyer, who I think is amazing. I think she's an incredible comic. But it is more fun sitting with her in a green room because you just have no idea what they're going to say. And every time, you know it's going to be gold and you're just waiting for the next brilliant thing to come out. Like, it's so good.
I love it. I love a green room.
That gig in Sheffield, it was like, wasn't it like, it was all queer women?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's what made it better. Yeah.
So that's why everyone was bullying me, because they were like, we're rainbow bullshit. And I was like, no, because you all look like shit.
We weren't bullying you. It's funny. Right? Do you feel? I don't want you to feel bullied in any way, but
I am stronger than all of you guys.
Was this the show? Because you did a show recently, Holly, which was a stand-up show, and then you had to do a fashion show.
That wasn't that one, but this was a different one.
Because that looked
Holly
insane.
Looked like, it was so funny when you were saying before about how you used to be more femme presenting, and now you're not, because like. Not knowing you before you came out, I see you as femme presenting. But then when you had like your hair and makeup done and you came out, we were all like, "Oh my fuck!"
Who's this?
You know, kind of shit before, but look at you now.
Normally you're just walking around me like.
Yet again, Hannah pulls a face that I've never seen before, but I could not agree with more.
What?
For someone who's quite deadpan as a person, I'm really good at faces.
Oh, yeah.
Right, wait. What?
Sorry, is this not a good impression of Holly?
No, I think it's a great impression. Doing a podcast with Holly...
Wait, let me look at the camera.
I think doing a podcast with Holly is like, it's like doing a podcast with your disapproving teacher, because at points I'll say something and she'll look at me like, for God's sake, cut that. Like she'll look at me like there's always someone who has to take it too far. Like it happens all the time.
We're all having a laugh, Alex, and then you ruined it.
And you ruined it. You took it just too far because you brought up Mufasa again. Like just something like. You constantly look angry at me.
Right.
Look at you now.
Hold on. Right.
Look at your face right now.
This is difficult for me because I feel like I'm learning something about myself. Do I have a resting bitch face? Is that the issue? What do you mean by I do that face all the time? What is that face?
Hannah, you now look like every character from Guess Who ever. Like, that's what's going on. Like, you're just going through the board.
Oh my god, that would be such a funny maybe merch for the tour. I make my own Guess Who board, but I'm all of the
all the faces. Pulling a different face, fake beard in one. Obviously, only one can have a cap. Like, obviously.
That's the gay one.
That's the gay one.
Is this person obviously gay?
Yeah. Just like click your fingers, just like ready to go.
But the worst thing about wearing this fucking hat, right? We'll stop talking about the hat.
We need to talk about me again.
I'm so sorry, but this conversation started with where can we get tickets for your show, and then Holly went, "You wore this stupid fucking hat." That's literally where this has gone.
Yeah, and then
oh my god, merch for the tour, a hat. Plain hat, but it's gay now.
Right, can we just talk about my face again? And I don't.
He's so insecure.
I don't say that lightly, but like, what do you?
I'm glad as the comedian with body dysmorphia, I've now made you.
Because Alex,
whatever she's got, it's catching.
Alex, you agreed like too quickly that my face is like that.
No. I said that you regularly look at me like you're a disappointed parent or like a disappointed teacher.
Right, Hannah,
that is how
explain yourself, please.
I wasn't even looking at Hannah's face when I was doing that.
I'm so stressed. I'm so stressed right now. Do I look angry all the time?
Hannah's just selling me down the river here.
No, you don't look angry. It's not angry.
What is it?
It's more that you're just like, what is it?
What is it? Is it confrontational? Is it... Tell me, please.
No, it's just this.
It's just
that's a resting bitch
there's no
face,
way
I
of
think.
describing it other than the face.
I think maybe that's what it is.
Yeah.
But I know you. I know.
Don't make me agree to that.
I feel like I am a nice person though. Like.
What an incredible end to the podcast. It's just Hollie going, am I a nice person? No, cut there.
And I was refusing to jump in.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
You need to spiral. You need to learn.
This podcast has made me really insecure. This episode, can I just say, like,
See,
so welcome.
So insecure.
Usually it's me who gets all the heat for saying something stupid.
Yeah.
I've got off scot-free today, and I'm very happy about it.
You know what we've learned? Don't take the piss out my hat.
Yeah, you really turned that around.
You should never have done that. You should never have done that. That's what it was. Have you still got the hat?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course you have. still trying to use it, I imagine. Around the streets of Manchester.
I bought another hat, and I reckon this hat looks better. I've not bought it because I was like, gay hat. But I think it just looks better because it doesn't look like Hannah wearing a hat. I think it looks good.
Can you show us the hat?
No, because you just take the piss out my hat.
We don't need to see the hat. We don't need to see the hat. Let's not be horrible to a guest. Let's just be horrible to Hollie.
Okay.
Let's like. Nice. Right. What we tried to do 20 minutes ago. Where can we get tickets to see you?
Please come and see me. I might wear the hat.
Oh, exciting! What? That's a teaser.
If you find me on Instagram, my handle is Hannah the Platt. I'm Hannah the Hat.
Hannah the Hat.
Right, it's Hannah the Platt, all one word, and you can get tickets to my show in the linktree in my bio. So I'm going to be in Leicester, Bristol, Leeds, Edinburgh, London, and Manchester.
Woo!
All your favourite places and London. So exciting.
Love that.
So exciting.
But
Right.
to make up for London, I'm there for 3 nights.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Hannah, just before we wrap up, do you have a number for your therapist or?
She's on mine.
Yeah. Because I'm gonna need her now. After
We're
this.
exclusive.
We're exclusive. And have you discussed that relationship with her?
I don't want to put myself out.
Right. It's been absolutely brilliant having you. Thank you so much for coming onto the podcast.
Yeah.
Get tickets to see Hannah's show. It's absolutely fantastic. You'll have an amazing time.
Seen it, Alex?
Yeah. I have,
okay,
and I think it's shit.
I haven't seen it, but I'm going to see it.
I've given you a complex about the way you look now.
I haven't seen it, but I'm going to see it, and I'm very excited about it. That should be enough for you. Thank you so much for coming to the podcast. We will thank you so much for you to listening as well, and we will see you very soon on the next episode of the Quiz On podcast.